Verthandi is the newest modifier that we have, the S variant of her. I'm personally in love with her. I spent the whole of yesterday testing out different things, raising, building her so that you don't have to. So let's get into this video. Verthandi is a light DPS. She's a DPS and a light-based DPS attack, so her element is light, and you want to use her in contents that help light damage, like the current spirit capture, the iterative testing and all that. So yeah, she's also based on divine grace, so she'll benefit from divine grace sigils like Arcane Ball, philosophy fantasies and whatnot, but that's more into nitty-gritty stuff. So let's start with her normal attack. A normal attack is just 5 instances of light damage. That's it, nothing too special about it, just 5 instances of normal um, light damage. Now let's go to her skills. So her skill 1 has 2 variants, or 3 variants if you will. This one, another one that will be unlocked when I use this skill, and then if I wait 1 second, another one will be there. So you do this, as you can see, that's her skill 1. So you press the skill 1, you wait 1 second, then you press the next variant, and so to unlock the skill 3. Because if you do those first initial variants, you don't get that skill 3, right? So you want to use that to maximize your damage by waiting a little bit, so you get the skill 3. The same thing with her skill 2. If you use it immediately, you don't get that skill 3, that unlocked version of skill 3. But if you wait just 1 second, you get it. So you can see enhanced version of skill 3. Now, my skill 3 is active because I have Max Dawn, which is that glowing sword above my health bar. That glowing sword indicates that my Dawn bar or my Dawn wish is full, and now I can use my skill 3, which is that. Right? As I use this, I'm now in decision state, and I have enhanced normal attack, as you can see, wider range, better basic attack. Now her ultimate, that cool animation there, is basically just an increase to light damage for 30% and mod index multiplier. Mod index multiplier is that green bar you always have under the boss's health bar. So once you use her ultimate, that bar would increase significantly. So that's basically Verthandi's skills in a nutshell. Her access key. So her access key is, or rather her functor, is this one, this elf Jinrenor. And I personally feel like this is the best functor you can get for her. It's free. Yay! I'll show you how to get it in the event by the end of this video, so do stay tuned for that. But it's free, it enhances all her skills damage, it reduces light resistance of enemies, it gives you divine grace and refunds divine grace once divine grace has been expended, so you gain an increase to your other variation of your skills. Like, all in all, it's just so good. And when you enter modified mode, it also resets your skills, so more DPS. So it's good, it's great for her. But if you do not have this, another one that I personally will recommend is this one, Elf Guardiel, because it increases the damage that you deal to the person who attacks you when you trigger dodge effect. She's able to trigger her dodge effect because you can block, you can dodge, and I really recommend this for her. First off, the staple one is the Vastness of Heaven. That's going to be a staple in her slot 1, 3, and 5. Do not change that. That is going to be there in slot 1, 3, and 5. But in her slots 2, 4, and 6, you can actually rotate this depending on what you want to play with her. You can use Arcane or Ball, and I'll give you a comparison soon. You can use Philosophy Fantasies, but Philosophy Fantasies I don't really think is worth it. Either Arcane or Ball or this Cycle of Time. You can also use Revenge of the, or Ambush of the Owl, sorry, because it increases melee damage by 10%, increases normal damage by 15%, and skill damage by like 5%, so 15, like 25%. So yeah, that's also another good sigil for her. So between those three are the ones that I personally think you should be considering, but I went with Cycle of Time because it increases the mod index multiplier, and basically her whole kit is kind of centered around that. So it's going to be kind of like a waste if the sigil doesn't accompany it. So you can choose Arcane Ball or Ambush of the Owl, but if you're going to be playing her in most content where bosses are going to be primary enemies, I think Cycle of Time would give us its worth. So that's my thoughts. You can share your own thoughts in the comments down below. Our WAP is, this is basically a WAP. I don't know how to explain what I selected here. I basically just went with what I felt is right. You know, increase the melee damage is a melee character, so all our skills will benefit from it. Increase to a skill 1 level, base damage of her skill 1, increase to a skill 2 level, base damage of her skill 2, base damage of her skill 3, and then her mod index multiplier skill chain is increased by 90%. So her ult should deal more damage, her skills should deal more damage. Basically is what I went with. I can't really explain much here. You just pick what you feel the character would be able to do more damage. Be very fair and honest. The red code is what you want to use. Fated Verdict, you want to use that because it gives you the most damage. It pairs well with her functor. So yes, but you can use 2 of the red and 1 of the blue is something people do because it helps you enter decision state a lot quicker. You can use the blue one, which is Promised Present, because it helps shortens your CD. It gives you Dawn Wish, so you can enter decision state a lot quicker, and then it enhances her normal attack. Then her yellow one, which is Illuminated Sword, is also good because you gain, Dawn. You can enter decision state a lot quicker. Also, when not in decision state, you deal a little bit more damage, and when in decision state, you deal an even bigger damage because it deals light damage equals to 400% of her attack. Her team comps. This is what I'm running with her. This is her staple team comp. It's a light-based team. You can, however, replace Heimdall with Luliang because, again, broken support. But if you don't have any of that, Okuninushi is also someone who works very well with her because Okuninushi can also be a buffer. But I recommend Heimdall because she gives 40% increase to skill damage with Hera and all the buffs that Hera provides. Okay, let's make it quick. I hope I can complete this because I have never completed this before. So let's go.
I can't. Not yet.
Let's see. You see, I can already enter decision state.
Follow Lord Sue. Search better era Wasasanami.
Alright, let's go. I'm down.
Illuminate the Baron. This is where they gather. I hereby pledge to end the dark night with the light of dawn. This is my strength. Circle of reason.
So many strikes from my katana if you take. Give up while you still can. I may spare your life.
Sorry, I'm not talking much. I'm really focused on completing this thing in due record time. Yes, modified mode.
The truth of the world is revealed.
Let's go. There's another boss after this one. Yeah, we're pretty much stayed. I mean, I've not maxed out yet. I've not gotten up to 100 and all that.
Give up while you still can. I may spare your life.
The truth of the world is That is fantastic! Thanks!
Yes.
I'm calling for me. This is my time. You have long lost your way.
More bosses, obviously.
Show no mercy.
But it is what it is. We'll see her damage after this.
I fight for my lord!
Correct.
Sharp!
Majesty, illuminate severity. Correct. This is my strength.
Slay all enemies of my lord!
Well, that was fantastic.
It is what it is. As you can see, she did 87 million damage in just 3 minutes of iterative testing. So she might not be the best light DPS because Artemis is coming down the line, but she's a very good light DPS. So that'll be all for Verthandi's S video. Let me know if there's anything else particularly you want to see for her in the comments, and yeah, that'll be all for this. Thank you guys for watching. Learn about the best Verthandi supports. Click the video on screen right now.